In today's video, I am going to be talking about how I started making money online, how my journey has been like, the mistakes I have made, and the lessons that I've learned along the way. And all in all, just to summarize the whole video before you've even watched it, I just want to say God is so good. God is so good, but I've also learned along the way that you also have to give God the opportunity to show you how good He is. And by you taking upon opportunities, you are giving God the permission to do so and to kind of have some sort of direction to how He can help you along the way. Don't want His goodness when you have started doing the work, right? So I always say get started. Studying, guys, you'll see the other things on the way. Just get started. Doesn't matter what you want to do, just get started. God will meet you along the way. Hey there, champions. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kuketo Munuzi. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. On my channel, I talk about the different kinds of opportunities that there are out there. I talk about online opportunities, local opportunities, and international opportunities, and the different kinds of ways to make money. And if you are interested in that kind of content, please do subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I do drop a video. So growing up, I've always been one of those children, right? I don't want to say that but I think I'm, in a way, I've always been one of those children that like things, right? I like beautiful things. I like experiences. In fact, actually, one of the things that about me, guys, is that I love to experience things. I love to experience new things. I like to go to different places. I love to try different things. And that has always just been me growing up. Hence why I started making money while I was still at school. I think I was about in grade 9 or 10. Yeah, grade 10. And I started to sell sweets and um nails, like these fake nails, these press on fake nails, lashes, nail polish, that kind of stuff, like beauty products for girls. Plus at that time you're a teenager, and a lot of us like were into those kind of things. So I started to sell that at school. And I would make a little bit of extra money from there. And then going up to like grade 11, that's when I got like my first job. And yeah, I was about 17, somewhere around there, right? 17, 16, 18. I can't quite remember, but I got my first job, my first official job, at a place called Bell's Patisserie, right? It's like a place in Sandton City where they cut cake. I don't know whether it's still there or not, ne? And I basically was a temp, and I would fill in, like, if one of the waiters was not there, I would go and help out with the cleaning, like the really small things, running errands, cutting cake because it's a cake shop, and that kind of vibe. And I would also make extra money from there. And that was the, like, once you start making money, guys, now you're always going to be interested in things that have got to do with making money. And basically being independent. I've always just been somebody that is hungry for that. And that's basically more or less how I got interested in, like, because obviously I started to want to explore the different kinds of ways that I can make money. So I would go online and I used to Google a lot about how can I start making money in different ways. And one day I came across a video that spoke about how you can make money online with an app called Field Agent. And that was literally my very first gig in terms of the money making online um game, the in the money making streets. That was the first one that I got, was the Field Agent one. And I remember I went to a pie city in town, and I took a picture, like basically what you do as a mystery shopper, because Field Agent hires mystery shoppers, right? And you go there and you, like, undercover, and you basically take pictures of, you order a pie, like they give you instructions of what you should do, and just making sure that you got a good service, and that the space that you were in was clean, that kind of vibe. And I think they paid me 100 rand or 150 rands, somewhere around there. And that's when I was really convinced that, you know what, I can actually start doing this. And guys, I'm not going to, like, the rest, as they say, is history. Ne? That is when I kind of started to dive deep into making money online. Now, it has not been easy, right? It's just like everything. You have to be a beginner at something and you have to learn. And I paid a lot of ignorance debt, like with my time, right? Because you have to pay with something. And I have spent a lot of my time dedicating it to learning how you can make money online and which one is the best way that you can make money online. And I've been really patient with myself because I haven't always like made it about being, yeah, no, I must make the money, you know. And hence why today I'm also going to be sharing with you guys some of the mistakes that I have made. And before I even get some of the mistakes I've made, some of the lessons I've gotten from the process, and before I get into that, nah, guys, if you're not gonna do anything, guys, you're not gonna get any results. That's the very first thing. If you're not going to do anything, you're not going to get any results. If you keep sleeping on yourself, you're not going to get any results. If you keep doubting yourself, if you keep saying, oh, these things don't work, if you keep putting in half your energy and then lying to yourself, you know, I always say it's one thing to lie to everybody, but it's another thing to lie to yourself. Don't ever lie to yourself about how much effort you're actually putting in, né? Because it's going to delay your process. You're going to sabotage yourself. And one of the biggest things about me making money online has also been self-sabotage, right? And because every single time I would see a little bit of progress, then you go back by doubting the process and by not being consistent, okay? So those are also some of the things that I'm going to be talking about when I talk about the mistakes and the lessons that I have made, okay? So that's basically the whole story of how I got started. And I'm going to also say one thing, guys, about making money online. In my language, if in terms of financially in my life, it has really saved me many a times, whether I was working or not working. Ne? Because I have worked. It's not like I've never worked during that time that I was making money online. Like, it has, if it so even the money, let's say, that I had left in my PayPal account and I have completely forgotten about it one day, and I remember that, oh my gosh, I think I've got an extra 250 in my PayPal account in the moments when I really needed it and financially I wasn't doing well. So it has really, and I've understood how literally God is so good. And nobody's going to like give you, especially in the time, guys, when you really need it, you're gonna understand that that nobody's gonna give you that money. Nobody's gonna give you that money, and nobody's coming to save you. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you to be saved. And literally, for me, making money online has saved me multiple times. I have made as much as enough to pay for my son's school fees, my son's transport fees, with the various online tasks, right? And when you combine them all together, guys, it makes a significant amount of money. So it really has been something that really has saved my life and has, as I said before in my language, has it has, like, you know, from the difference of having bread on my table and the difference of my son like actually going to school, and yeah, it has really done a lot for me, you know. So I'm really grateful for it. And even when I am working full time, I still continue making money online, you know, even if I'm just using it for savings. So if you're somebody that is thinking of getting started and you keep doubting and you keep saying, oh, these things don't work, it's not going to work if you're not going to put in the effort in. It's not going to work if you keep doubting it. Then it's clearly not for you, you know. It's clearly not for you, because you need faith in anything that you do. And you need to be well researched as well, right? And I'm also going to share some of the mistakes that I have made, right? Okay, so the first mistake that I have made is that I have lacked consistency. And if there's one thing, guys, about making money online, right, is that if you lack consistency, if you're not disciplined, and if you're not intentional, né? I spoke about these three in my last video, where I was talking about how can you make your first 1,000 rands online, né? If you lack these three things, you're not gonna get anything done. You're gonna hear about people testifying, telling you. Sometimes you're even gonna say it's a scam. But if you keep lying to yourself how consistent you are. So at the beginning, I really sabotaged myself by not being consistent. And consistency is how often you do it. So you do it very often, right? Discipline is doing it even when you don't feel like doing it. Okay, because it's not like every day you're gonna feel like making money online. The third way is being intentional, meaning you don't have a plan of what you're doing. You're just doing, you're just hoing. The second mistake that I have made is not picking one side hustle. Basically, like I would just do this one and then leave it after like 2 days when I'm bored. And then I would do this one, like, you know, like you're just not being consistent, you know. You just, like, whenever you feel bored, right? And if there's one thing, guys, about the money making space, is that things move very quickly. And if you're not going to focus on one thing, you're going to jump from one place to another place and have absolutely no direction. There's literally always the latest thing coming out. And if you're somebody that is looking to make multiple streams of income, I would advise you to first focus on one income stream. See that through. Make sure that it is successful in its own right. So let's say if you want to start, let's say making money online, you start off, let's say with YouTube. Make sure that your YouTube channel first is monetized. Then you can jump on to the next side hustle, right? Oh, and also that you have a system in place for your YouTube channel. So let's say you know that every Wednesday I make batch content for the whole month or for the first 2 weeks. And I do that for the whole week. So meaning only on Wednesdays you focus on recording your YouTube videos. On Monday, you focus on making your thumbnails and uploading, right? So whatever schedule that works best for you. So meaning there's only 2 days that is dedicated to YouTube. Then you go on to your second side hustle. Let's say you want to create a course. Then you know that on Saturdays, you create, on Saturday mornings, you create your course, right? You spend 5 hours working bit by bit on your course. Then you're finished with that side hustle, right? So once that side hustle starts making you money and you're finished with your course and you're finished uploading your course, now you want to sell digital products. Then you say, okay, I'm going to create every single Tuesday, I am going to create a template of my digital products, and I'm going to create, let's say, 1 listing or 5 listing on Etsy. And that's basically how you start making multiple income stream. But if you're going to say, right, you're just doing it all at once, you're gonna end up making no money. You're doing too many things at once. You don't have any direction of where you're going. It's like literally like getting into a car and then you start driving and you don't have anywhere that you're going. Like, you're just going to end up driving in circles, right? The third mistake that I have made is being obsessed with the end goal, the end results, and not understanding that everything is a journey. Meaning that you're not going to be patient along the way. You just want to focus, you just want to see the results, but you haven't put in the work. Everything that you do requires you to do some kind of work. And I'm one person, I do not believe in get rich quick schemes. And that's the first red flag. If somebody tells you that you just have to put in 2 minutes or you just have to put in 5 minutes. And a lot of people, we want to take making money online as if though it is a solution to all our problems, in terms of not doing the work and having this whole mindset you're going to make a whole lot of money in a short period of time. And that's really not true. That's a big misconception. And when I first started making money online, I kind of had that. I had the end goal in mind that by now I'm going to be a millionaire. Yeah, you know. But at the same time, you're not putting like the hours in, you know, because it is a lot of work. And I'm not going to lie about that. If you don't want to like do the work, you're not going to like see results. Like, seriously, you're not. The fourth mistake is not knowing where your passion really lies. Like, what are you passionate about? When you don't know yourself and you don't know what you're passionate about, you don't know where your talents are, you're going to have a really hard time. It's important to understand where your strength is, right? And in my video where I talk about how can you make your first 1,000 rands online, I talk about taking a piece of paper and literally writing your strengths and weaknesses on one page. It's going to help you in terms of getting started, because if you're somebody that is camera shy, then and you want to start a YouTube channel, then obviously you're going to lean more towards starting a faceless YouTube channel, and you're going to put more of your energy into doing that, right? And that's what I mean by knowing yourself. You're gonna know that things like writing and being behind like the scenes is more for you, you know. So it's really important to know what you are passionate about, what you are good at, where your strength lies. Mistake number 5 is not doing my own research. So we go online, we watch a YouTube video, and then you don't go and actually do your own research. YouTube videos are just the lead, ne? You shouldn't always take what people say, because sometimes, especially when people create thumbnails, they tend to, especially when they like make $800 in a week, right? I did a video where I was doing a review on chatting to lonely people online, guys. If you haven't watched that video, please go look at the video, right? And that is the dream that we are sold. And then you find that you just cannot make that match. It's not even possible, no matter how much you push, ne? It's not possible. So you must go and do your own research, otherwise you're going to end up wasting your time as well, and you're also going to just be disappointed along the way. The last mistake is not having a financial, like any financial records of my money making, like making money online type of a journal, right? I think that you should keep the receipts of how much money you've actually made. These are really important for you also to reflect, and because you're actually not going to realize how much money you've actually made, you know. But looking back, you actually realize that I actually made quite a lot of money, you know. But where did all that money go, you know? Because you got paid 150 there on the 10th, and then on the 12th you got paid another 100 rand, and then on another day you got paid 500 rand. And if you don't like hlanganisa all of it, ne, and you're just eating them bit by bit by bit, you're gonna actually realize that actually I had a whole salary in my hands, but I actually don't know what I did with it, because I was taking it whatever, you know. So it's really important like to keep a record, and it will also keep you motivated in the long run. So let us hop on to some of the lessons that I've learned. The first lesson that I've learned is it's in the very small things. In order for you to make big money, it's literally in the very small tasks, right? And that's when I realized that if your goal is to make, let's say, 100 rand a day, you have to find tasks where, let's say, you can make 20 rands per hour, right? Or 10 rands per hour. And then you're going to dedicate 10 hours in order for you to make that 100 rand, right? So you have to have like really small goals in order for you to achieve your big goals. And that's like literally one of like the biggest like lessons, is that set goals, guys. Set goals, have a target for yourself, be intentional about what you're doing, have some kind of a plan, draw up some kind of a plan of how you're going to do everything. The second lesson that I have learned is that never ever compare your journey to someone else's journey, right? Especially the people where they've been there for a very long time. Actually, don't compare yourself to anybody at all in anything that you do in life, right? Because everybody has got a different journey, literally. Even if you guys come from the same school, you're going to have different journeys. Even if you guys have the same qualification, even if you guys earn the same amount, we don't come from the same backgrounds. We have different types of goals, and our plan in life, the plan that God has for you is different, and we have different lessons that we need to learn in life. So I've just learned, don't compare yourself, because literally you're going to not enjoy your journey. You're going to feel like there's something wrong with you. You're going to feel like you're not doing enough. You're going to feel like you're not good enough, you know, and you're just going to feel like really bad about yourself. So focus on your own journey, you know. Don't compete, don't compare.